From Hacksaw Ridge and Silence to Jim Bakker and Under the Banner of Heaven, you seem drawn to portrayals of men who are defined by their faith or loss of it. What draws you to these roles?
That is a good question, Twitter user. It's I don't know. It's mysterious, isn't it? We are drawn to what we're drawn to, and we love what we love. So for me, I have this endless curiosity towards the spiritual dimension of being alive, like the fact that we're all gonna die, like that fascinates me. And how do we get ready for that, because it's coming? And that's what spirituality is for me. I think it's a kind of an awareness of the finite nature of being here and making sense and meaning out of it while we are here. And where do the main world's religions get it right? Where do they go astray? And obviously in this film there's a lot of going astray. There's a lot of delusion and kind of a misinterpretation of the gospel of Christianity specifically we're talking about here. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. For me, it's a very fertile ground that is endlessly interesting, because it's really, if you're dealing with spirituality, you're dealing with faith, and you're really dealing with life and death, and what's more vital, what's the greater question? What was it Camus said? Camus said the only real important philosophical question one can ask is, should I kill myself today or not? It's it's like, and it's like but that question brings meaning. It's like, well, if I'm not going to kill myself today, then I better be here for a reason. I better enjoy the day. I better do something that feels good in my soul. I better, So I think that life and death is everything, and that's what spirituality is to me.
I have so many follow-ups to that, but I got to ask another question. My God, I have so many follow-ups. So I listen, I'm a huge fan of your work, and I think that you bring this emotional honesty to the screen when I see it. So I am curious, when you're getting ready to do a dramatic or an emotional role, an emotional performance on, say, a Monday, like it's going to really take a lot out of you on a movie. How are you getting ready for that moment in advance? Are you like days in advance breaking down what I'm going to do? Is it the day before? And maybe I'm just curious about how you get ready as an actor.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really interesting, and it changes every time. Like I'm thinking about this particular film, and I think for me, like I like to go one day at a time. I try not to get too ahead of me. I don't like to plan anything. I prepare in the sense of, like, when you're making a long, like slow boiling stew, you're adding ingredients over the, like, for in terms of preparing, you're adding just ingredients over months and months, and you put in some carrots, and you put in the garlic, and you put in the spices, and then you stir it, and you let it heat for a bit, you turn it down, you let it simmer. And so then hopefully by the time you start filming, the pot is full of all the flavors, and then you can just show up on set. And especially when you're working with an actor like Jessica or Vincent D'Onofrio or Cherry Jones, you just kind of like, you're in the scene, you're present, and then every take is different. You're not knowing where the scene might go. It might be incredibly emotional in one take, and in the next take it might be cold, or it might be something else. You allow yourself to follow the impulses, and that's the beauty of film acting. And you can do it on stage. It's more challenging to do in nightly on stage, but I think to keep it alive, because if you're repeating yourself, and you're doing the same action over and over and over again, it starts to become false just by the nature of it. If something worked in the take before, you don't want to try and replicate it in the next one. You're only going to create a false carbon copy of something that previously worked. So you're trying to just stay alive and present to the moment all the time.
I have to stop there. I'm just going to say, sir, it is always a pleasure to talk with you. And you guys did such great work in this. For real.
Nice to see you, dude. I appreciate it.